Okay everyone, this is part 4 of Let's Play Super Mario Brothers, and here we are. So this is World 6, there's going to be some nasties here to take care of, but you can also pay attention to the nighttime scene. So, really, this world is not the one to worry about so much. If you're really, and I do mean really, new to video games, I might say that this might cause some grief, but Mario has seen worse. I'll definitely say that. So, the thing about Super Mario Brothers is it's really not the hardest game in the world. I mean, the difficulty is probably a standard for video games, but very few developers actually pay heed to this lesson. So, third-party developers tend to, at least in the 90s, they made their video games rather hard, which one of the next video games I'm going to Let's Play is kind of a trick for me, because I couldn't even get past stage 2. So, that shows something, but really, as long as you have a fire flower, most of this game should be like a cakewalk. Just about every enemy can be beaten by it. So, I don't know how this worked back in the 80s, what people actually thought of the fire flower. Because we didn't have the merchandise, there wasn't things in the 80s. You couldn't buy, I went on Amazon the other day and I had plans to get a 1-Up mushroom pillow. You can get the plushes of things from Super Mario Brothers, and the first one I was going to get was the 1-Up mushroom, but they had some other ones. They had a pipe, they had all sorts of these different things, the regular mushroom, the star, so the enemies, but in 1986, 1987, it was just like, well, there weren't really that sort of stuff, but they did have like a comic book line and that sort of thing, but this makes me wonder the impact that this game had. But that's really the thing that I've been trying to do with, if I'm going to do Let's Plays on my vlog channel, is just deciding, lost my train of thought, deciding what casual games to do, because this isn't going to become an LP channel. It's just going to be like something to break up the monotony. That's really what I consider it for. But I mean, most of the stuff in this game is pretty much certified. That was a hard jump. That's probably one of the hardest jumps in the game, is that one, just because it's just out of your reach. That was one of the stages that I was dreading. I knew this stage was somewhere in there, but I just didn't know where it was. So that was it. But so really, alright, I'm just trying to, it feels like the sound is kind of going slower and I'm trying to figure out how to deal with that, but, so, this is virtually, these castles, the only real one that I think folks will probably struggle with is just World 7-4, but if you're a gamer, you can pretty much memorize this. I mean, Super Mario Brothers is a game that you're gonna play probably more than 5 or 10 times in your lifetime. So once you realize that, it's just like second nature, just like memorizing a password for anything you have. So once again, we still have not reached the true reward, and Mario's quest continues. So, but now it's snow, so now you're going to pay attention to something here, because the thing is I had to do this entire world based off of one life, and it wasn't pretty. If you die in any of the stages and get a game over, you have to do the whole world over. over. If you lose a life, you can do the stage over, but if you get a game over, you have to do all of them. It's not like this in Lost Levels because that game is so hard, but in this one, you're doing the whole world over. That's one of the reasons why I dread World 8, is because if I die at that last bit, which I think I can probably do now, I'm gonna have to do all 4 of those stages over. So part 5 is it could wind up being a little bit longer, but I'm just gonna have to, you know, the whole thing is I'm gonna have to have 5 lives, I think, because I can beat stage 8, 1, 2, and 3. I can beat those. So. But this is a classic, this is toxic to any Mario gamer, is these guys right here. Pretty much. But, you know, somehow they also put on the emphasis of hip, too. There's just something about them. Even though we hate them, we still kind of... we still almost respect them because, you know, they kick ass. So... it's amongst the many things. But yep, this is my last life, so... Alright, now watch and marvel as I take out this entire world with just 1 life. Luckily, there's mushrooms. But... now the trick is, if you want to see more fireworks, you have to do it at a certain time, but being able to time that and hit the top of the flagpole is not exactly easy. Most of the time it's just pure luck if you're gonna do that. But alright, we're going through the water stage. I actually like some of the enemies in the water stages. Kind of sped up. Should have slowed down my speaking. But this is, I think there's only 2 or 3 water stages in this game. They all happen to try your patience, but trick is if you actually just walk on the ground, a lot of times these enemies won't get you. But, you know, these guys are slippery. That's really the thing is they very much know where you're going to go. So they float in the second game. In the Lost Levels, which I am going to do, they'll be in the air, they'll be on land stages, which is kind of funny. Just a little bit of penmanship or craftsmanship, whatever it's called, that Nintendo had. I mean, each of these enemies are, you know, noteworthy. It's the whole thing about it. So, we're almost at the end of part 4. Got another 2 minutes left. And luckily the stage is, you know, relatively not that difficult. The only thing is if you rush through it too much, you might get bit and then you'll die. But for the most part, just kind of anticipate where they're going. But yeah, so I've owned this game for 24 years, just about. That's how long I've had Super Mario All-Stars. This whole thing is a quarter-century old. You know, it's really, to think I've had this cartridge for that long. But the whole thing is you know, that my relative interest in this very cartridge has only been throughout the last 5 years of my life. So really, I didn't care about this game when I was 6 or when I was 10. I thought these games were too hard. Really, that was the whole difference. I've said this multiple times, but, you know, for some reason, Mario is now you know, I admit to the fact that he was influential on my life. So, and I do mean that. I mean, it is actually the influence. Now watch this pattern, because, yeah, he's influential, and colors, the color coding, the stage layout, the characters, you know, all this comes together as some ultimate picture. So this is the penultimate world, you know. Next video, we go through the final showdown, and virtually one of us will lose. It's good versus evil. We're gonna find out what happens. Subscribe for more fun.